Welcome to Year of the Metal Ox Libra. Year of the Yin Metal Ox begins on February 12th of 2021, lasting through until January 30th of 2022.
I know you'll find the perfect line, and then she give you a real good time. It's all the same, they keep playing the game. You watch them fall one by one.
I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, a biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is a Readings by Rosemary angelic transmission. A disclaimer: high magic should be used with all mindfulness, since powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. How do oxen communicate? With plenty of yakking. Yin Metal Ox is also known as Gold Ox and is thought to be always very on the go, and also very energetic and extremely dynamic. Now, Metal Ox, especially Yin Metal Ox, is also known as Gold Ox and is thought to be always on the go and extremely hectic sometimes. There's a lot of kind of frenetic activity, and it's always going to, a Gold Ox year is always going to be very eventful. And you're always going to see that someone who's Yin Metal Ox is going to get a lot of attention from other people. Now, Yin Metal Ox can be therefore considered somebody that's very well accepted, very well liked, and especially among family and friends, even co-workers and their associates, especially because she or he is very diligent and very reliable, someone you can count on. Fame, popularity, esteem, respect, and honor all come very easily to Yin Metal Ox people. Now, people might say that Yin Metal Ox or Gold Ox is too proud, you know. Nevertheless, Gold Ox has a right to be very proud indeed. Now, remind any would-be detractors who might say that you're too cocky, remind them that they should not confuse arrogance and confidence, because they're two very different things. Gold Ox possesses a very determined self-assuredness and giving strength to Yin Metal eloquence and Yin Metal sensitivity. They have a surprising amount of sensitivity. It's important to remember that Ox came in second place in the Jade Emperor's Zodiac race. More on that later on in this video. However, now we're going to get into the specifics and particulars for you, Libra, and what to expect during Year of the Yin Metal Ox. First, we're going to get into the astrology lucky charms for Libra the scales during Year of the Yin Metal Ox, and they are as follows. For Libra, your lucky charms, your lucky gemstone, that would be opal for your fortunate gemstone. For Libra, your lucky colors are vanilla, orange, and copper. Also, your lucky numbers for Libra: 1, 2, and 7. 1, 2, and 7. For Metal Ox, your lucky charms are the gemstones are carnelian, garnet, cat's eye, tiger iron, yellow citrine, also jasper, and even amethyst. Because the colors for Ox, for Metal Ox, are red, gold, yellow, and purple. Now, the numbers for Yin Metal Ox, your fortunate numbers are 3, 8, and 9. Now, regarding 3, 8, and 9 as your lucky colors, we're going to give you some number combination specifics so you can know about the details of how Yin Metal Ox might be different from other Ox elemental Ox years. The number 8 and numbers that add up to 8 are considered steadfast and auspicious during Yin Metal Ox year. Numbers that add up to 9, such as 144, is very fortunate during Gold Ox year. Regarding numbers to avoid, the numbers 5 and 6 are not recommended during a Yin Metal Ox year. The color combinations, the specifics regarding the colors you can use, generally the color blue is considered lucky in an Ox year. However, blue is not auspicious during a Yin Metal Ox year as in other elemental Ox years. Colors that are not recommended during Year of the Ox are green and white. Nevertheless, for the duration of Yin Metal Ox year, white is more fortunate than during other elemental Ox years due to yin metal attributes, and therefore moonstone charms that we all love so much are more lucky for yin metal ox years than for other elemental ox years. Now, regarding your personality compatibility, ox loves other ox personalities. Ox loves snake, and ox loves rooster. Ox really likes dragon. Ox really likes monkey, rat, dog, and really likes tiger. Ox likes horse, pig, and rabbit, pretty much. And ox does not like or dislikes goat. Now we're going to get into why that's significant here in a moment. I want to remind all the people who are born year of the yin metal ox to make sure they think about how well they've done and not be too hard on themselves, but we'll get into that a little bit later. We're going to continue with Libra right now during the year of the yin metal ox, and the Libra cardinal air personality for gold ox year will be steadfast and steadied and toughened, and also though relaxed and soothed, as the earth component of ox influences the traditional and balanced and untainted fire of air constituent of Libra, the scales, while watery and dark yin element cools Libra's temperament. With that said, Libra could experience some frustration from the steadfast and difficult characteristics of yin metal ox year. Nevertheless, this is a time when opportunities and more really good prospects for the scales to gain many new friends and associates presents themselves due to Libra's ability to attract, entertain, and console and make other people feel soothed and consoled. Now keep in mind that although an abundant supply of earth can encumber and condense air, choosing the right type of earth can give Libra great power to motivate what is earthbound to wherever the vast torrents of air decide is best for everyone. For example, immense and powerful winds. Although, you know, storms like hurricanes and tornadoes, that kind of thing, they can throw cars around, for example, and animals and houses when enough speed and force ensues in one of these intense storms. And although this type of primal power is awfully dangerous, when utilized consciously and with a calculated, precise approach, persuaded by yin metal energies and yin metal ox energies in specifically, beneficial outcomes do and can occur. Since ox year corresponds with the season of winter, that's the key, and wind is often accompanied by rain or snow, Libra should anticipate that strong emotions will be expressed by everyone involved. For if air is the brains, then sentiment is the water and the heart. And both will be used by the scales to cast and mold reality into the shape of whatever Libra decides to transform in her or his life. Expect an inner quarrel to arise, an inner battle to come up of what Libra wants to do contrasted with what the scales feels should be done. A contrast there. Due to gold ox year's conflict for Libra, that of enjoying what is unconventional while deciding to pursue what is customary, it is crucial that Libra select well in regards to what to become involved with during yin metal ox year, since Libra is secretly emotional while outwardly tough. Take all of these issues into account when choosing a relationship, an occupation, home, a venture, any kind of enterprise during this yin metal gold ox transit. Now we're going to get into Libra's place, having to do with the Chinese Zodiac wheel and the Chinese animals. Okay, so we're going to talk about, and just we're going to get into it here in a moment, talking about winter and that being one of the constituents or the elements of yin metal ox. That's because ox is Capricorn. Capricorn and ox are associated. So the Western sign of Capricorn and the Chinese sign of ox are lined up. They're seasonal attributes. Now some people would say, why isn't it Taurus? Because Taurus is springtime. And this is something that oxen do during the winter, that people that were creating the seasonal calendar and this seasonal astrology system, the Chinese astrology system, the oxen had certain behaviors in winter, and that's what lined it up with the same time, the same season as Capricorn. Now, some of these are also winter, but specifically Capricorn and Ox in the Chinese astrology. So that's the reason, because Taurus is spring, so they're not the same. There might be some earthly constituents that are the same, but not the seasonal attributes. Okay, so that's how you can understand that. So we have Libra here represented in the natural 7th house. If Aries is the 1st house, the natural 7th house, and again Capricorn here in the natural 10th house. That would be Ox, but it's different for the Chinese. It's a different month for the Chinese lunar month. It's the 12th month, but we'll get into that a little bit later, because the difference is too lunar and solar calendars. So, but we've done a lot to make sure that this will correspond for you in case you want to do some rituals or something. Now, Libra's place in the Jade Emperor zodiac race, Western astrology sign of Libra, corresponds with the Chinese zodiac animal of dog. Legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Dog came in 11th place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Dog was considered a good athlete who could run and also jump and swim very well, and therefore the Jade Emperor's race for placement on the Chinese zodiac could have been easily won. Now, why did Dog finish in 11th out of 12 places on the astrology wheel? Dog finished just one above last place because of a tendency to pamper himself and have fun playing in the water, allowing a day of enjoyment while in the river, rather than pushing himself into a frenzied competition. So kind of relaxing and enjoying himself instead of getting worried about coming in first place. So having a pleasant day was more important to Dog than winning, and so he gleefully completed the race at his own good pace and his own good time. So that's the story of how the sign that Libra is associated with, which is Dog, a very friendly, loyal, and affable creature, but still would rather sort of play than worry about a competition. But who says there's anything wrong with that? You just certainly stay healthier when you don't worry too much. All right, now we're going to get into Libra, the scales, year of the Yin Metal Ox lesson. What is the lesson for Libra during this Gold Ox year? Avoid those who would attempt to maliciously tease Libra into revealing the most hush-hush inner workings of the scales' extremely deep heart. Be it those undisclosed fantasies of the scales' love life, career, dreams, or creative endeavors, Libra has a tumultuous underbelly covered up by an immaculate, constant, and very thick veil that conceals all of the unseen revelry going on inside. Seeing as how everyone loves to be spectators in the audience of Libra's rather entertaining show, remember that everyone does love a good story when sitting around chatting. Just make sure, Libra, that the things told to your fans during Ox year are actually things you want to be revealed, okay? Instead of just giving in to divulging secrets that you feel are best kept hidden. So stay within what you think is comfortable, what you again, you're going to have the inner battle of what you should do, what you want to do, but when you're not sure, better not to divulge. Everybody always loves a little mystery. Okay, now, Libra, the scales year of the Yin Metal Ox blessing. What is going to be the blessing for Libra during Gold Ox year? Expect an extra dollop, an extra amount of sincerity and fidelity from lovers, also friends, family, and business associates, with which Libra is engaged in enduring relationships. During Gold Ox year, the scales could find herself or himself in a situation in which the other party seems more invested than Libra does. Now, don't fret though, Libra, because that is all part of the scales' appeal to those who adore you the most. In addition to that, the scales should anticipate more sure and flourishing outcomes from employment and continuing artistic ventures. Affluence and earnings well attained ease their way into Libra's life more continuously throughout this transit. Okay, now we're going to now get into the specifics and the particulars and the details for Yin Metal Ox year and for Yin Metal Ox in general. We're going to go into that for you now. Western astrology sign of Capricorn corresponds with Chinese zodiac animal of Ox. Legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Now, Ox came in second place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Now, Ox was thought to be strong and most capable of crossing the river that had to be negotiated to win the Jade Emperor's race by the scheming animals of Rat and Cat, who hitched a ride on Ox in an attempt to use Ox's strength and stability to win. What happened was this: Rat made a deal with Cat to hitch a ride on top of Ox because Rat and Cat were the best of friends and thought that Ox would be able to cross the river faster and more assuredly than anyone else, thereby getting them excellent placements on the astrological wheel. Rat made a move that caused Cat to be thrown off Ox, allowing Rat to get ahead of Cat and even finish in first place before Ox. Therefore, because Ox was kind enough to allow shrewd Rat and Cat to hitch a ride, Ox came in second place, with Rat finishing in front of Ox. Ox took second place in the Jade Emperor's race. Now we're going to talk about Metal Ox attributes. Yin Metal Ox has general Ox qualities and is known to be well liked, also fashionable, hectic, affable, reliable, and self-motivated, and always on the go, and also working hard for themselves and also those for whom they care. Now, metal qualities will add much strength, steely nerve, also willpower, focus, self-assurance, and determination to Ox's already resolute, tough, and trustworthy personality attributes. For the year of Metal Ox, the Yin Metal Ox, we're going to get in now to the advice for Yin Metal Ox. Now, Yin Metal Ox is a year to focus on the parts of life that bring out one's devotion to work, stubborn dedication to chosen organizations, and personal social concerns such as status, fame, and popularity, since Metal Ox is admired and easily becomes a center attraction at any gathering, with everyone going to pay attention to Ox, especially Metal Ox. Now, make sure to take time for self during Metal Ox year. Get enough hours of sleep, eat enough, and make sure you eat enough of the right kinds of foods. Okay, you have to get the proper nutrition. Also, be sure to get in some recreation and plenty of sleep and relaxation time. Okay, now Metal Ox year is an excellent time frame in which to diligently stick to work projects or business plans. This is not a year to take big risks, do outlandish things, nor try out new untested schemes. It's a good year to stabilize steadfast relationships like family, co-workers, and close friends. Indeed, this is the period to be steadfast and industrious because Yin Metal Ox affords one resoluteness, also tenacity and attentiveness to do this and to do also all these other secure and sturdy things, and the tenacity that is required during Metal Ox year, and especially Yin Metal Ox year. Okay, now Metal Ox influence. What's the influence during Metal Ox year? Yin Metal Ox being the second, again, of the 12 zodiac animals in Chinese astrology, brings stability to any new cycle, fresh project, or novel endeavor that's begun the year before. And earnest labor, willpower, fortitude, pragmatism, and constancy serve sustainable, steady, and will also entrench and also uphold and lock in any new work that is implemented. Year of the Ox repeats every 12 years in Chinese astrology, while Year of the Yin Metal Ox repeats every 60 years, occurring in 2021, 2081, 2141, 2201, 2261, and 2321. Okay, 2321, that, and then every 60 years after that. That's the Yin Metal Ox year. Now, traditional Chinese zodiac places rat, which associates with Sagittarius in the Western astrology system at the beginning, November 22nd to December 21st, and pig, which associates with Scorpio at the ending, October 23rd to November 22nd of the astrological wheel. It is intriguing to notice that the Chinese zodiac splits its beginning and ending between rat Sagittarius and pig Scorpio, which is right where the mysterious zodiac sign of Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, is found. Now, Ophiuchus is often called the 13th zodiac sign. It's equally fascinating to become aware that the Celtic pagans consider the festival of Samhain on the 31st of October as actually being their new year. And Samhain is also called Halloween, but Samhain is the ancient Celtic name. And again, they consider that festival on October 31st as actually being their new year. So also being a lunar calendar. That's the significant part, lunar calendar. With that said, when corresponding with Western astrology, one would associate the head of the Western zodiac, which is Aries, with dragon, okay, and Pisces, the tail of the Western astrology with rabbit. Okay, it is also fascinating to comprehend that there are in many cultures more than one New Year's celebratory festival. So, Metal Ox year is formed from the attributes of being the 8th heavenly stem of Yin metal gotten from 10 celestial elemental qualities, and the second earthly branch gotten from 12 terrestrial animal personalities. It's important to note, and especially in this aspect, that there are the 10 heavenly or celestial stems are derived from the 5 elements in Chinese astrology, which are fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. The 10 qualities are comprised of the characteristics of yin and yang. And these are divisions within the assigned elemental attribute, with this current year of the Metal Ox being a Yin Metal Ox year. Therefore, there are 10 aspects gotten from yin and yang characteristics of the 5 Chinese elements. Now, as far as the guardian angels for year of the Yin Metal Ox, primary guardian angels for Yin Metal Ox year, elemental archangel of metal, is a bit tricky. Okay, because it's Yin Metal Ox year, Yin Metal Ox year. So it's kind of tricky to get the Western association and then to also get the elemental archangels. But we've done the work here. I'm going to give it to you now. So since the Western elements do not include the elements of metal and wood, Chinese elements also, the Chinese elements do not include the element of air. Okay. Now, therefore, we shall divulge the closest approximations available using the element of yin and the Western zodiac sign of Capricorn, the goat, to help us find the best representations, because Capricorn goes with ox. Okay, Capricorn is the same as ox. Okay, so we're going to use those to kind of come up with something that will be a very good correspondence and something you can really bank on. That is a very, very close approximation for you. Okay, so we can give you the best representations possible. Now, elemental archangel Gabriel of water, elemental archangel Gabriel of water best represents for an elemental association, since yin corresponds with water or moisture. The Western zodiac sign of Capricorn, which corresponds to the Chinese animal zodiac sign of Ox, is an earth sign corresponding to ox, which is also associated with the constituent of earth. Therefore, archangel of the element of water, being elemental archangel Gabriel, will present as guardian angel during this astrological transit. Okay, again, year of the ox in Chinese astrology corresponds with the zodiac sign of Capricorn in Western astrology, and consequently associates with the elemental archangel of earth, signs, elemental archangel of all the earth signs, referred to in various ancient Christian Hebrew traditions as well as in scriptures as being the Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel. Now, astrology angel of this seasonal aspect of Creator's great clock. We are taught through oral tradition and Kabbalistic writings that astrology archangel or zodiac angel Hanael is our association for this portion of Creator's cosmological progression expressed in extra biblical, Christian, and also Jewish writings. Now, the book called Zohar. Zohar is what we recommend as a primary source of written Kabbalistic knowledge. These angels and archangels present in their feminine forms due to yin elemental association of yin metal ox year. So during a yin metal ox year, because it's yin, they will present in a more feminine form. Angels can present, in various forms, sometimes more feminine, sometimes more masculine, because in yin it's going to be more feminine, because yin is feminine. All right. Now, the secondary guardian angels for yin metal ox year. Planetary archangels which associate with Capricorn, being Western astrology correspondence for year of the ox, is angelic ruler of Saturn, being Archangel Cassiel. The Archangel Cassiel for Saturn, because Saturn associates with Capricorn. Okay, and awareness of both Western and Eastern astrology associations is very helpful. Now, Earth and celestial angelic coordinates for yin metal ox year. We're going to give those to you now, and we're going to start with the Earth coordinates first. We're going to go to the Earth coordinates first, because the Earth coordinates, where each element is on the Earth, is different from where the elements are in the heavens. Because on the Earth it has to do with how people feel where the hotter part or the colder part or the moist part or the cold wet, and where the dry cold, they go with that, whereas in the heavens it's going with the astrology signs, the fixed signs of the zodiac. That's what corresponds with Leo and Taurus and Aquarius and Scorpio, because of the fixed signs. Okay, and those go with the four archangels. Okay, the four archangels that we're all very familiar with. Okay, and we're going to go over that now. Now, first, Earth coordinates. Now, Earth coordinates of elemental guardian archangels. The North elemental archangel of Earth in the North. So for the Earth coordinates, the North coordinate for the elemental archangel of Earth is Uriel. All right, and for the East elemental archangel of air is Raphael. And for the South, the elemental archangel of fire, Michael, for the South, for fire on the Earth coordinates. That's right, on the Earth coordinates. Now, the West elemental archangel of water for the West coordinate, or the Earth coordinates for the West, that would be Gabriel, the archangel of water for the West elemental archangel of water for Earth coordinates. Now, celestial coordinates of elemental guardian archangels. Going to go with the celestial coordinates. Now, when people do rituals, they utilize pentagrams for the Earth, and they utilize hexagrams for the celestial. Okay, and these are people say that something might be. They think the one is evil, and this. They're all Kabbalistic in nature. And also, please understand that many of these things are used, like, for example, the pentagon is using it has a 5-sided polygon. Okay, 5-sided polygon, and a 5-sided polygram, or would be a pentagram, would be something where the energy is brought in, where if it's a polygon where the lines don't cross and they're just going around the outside, then that's where the energy is radiating out. Okay, so the military uses this, law enforcement uses these things. They're used for many things. They're certainly not evil. Okay, they're just simply it's just a certain amount of it calls in certain forces that have to do with whether we're talking about Earth or the heavens. That's all. Okay. So celestial coordinates, one's above, for elemental guardian angels for the north. Okay, for the north, elemental archangel of water. So in the north, in the sky, in the heavens, in north is water, and in the water is Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel, this is the Merkaba field for the Archangel of Water, Gabriel. That's the Merkaba field. And those of you that are interested in Merkaba, Mer meaning rotating fields of light, Ka meaning spirit, and Ba meaning soul. Ba meaning soul. Okay, now for the celestial coordinates, the east elemental Archangel of Fire. In the east, we have Michael or Michael, because fire is in the east in the celestial coordinates. Now in the south, the elemental archangel of earth is going to be Uriel. So we have let me see. Oh, I wanted to give you the Merkaba field for the celestial. The Merkaba field for fire, for Michael, in the celestial coordinates. Again, it's the east elemental archangel of fire, Michael. This is the Merkaba field for the fire archangel. The Merkaba field for the fire archangel. Okay? All right, now, south elemental archangel of earth, Uriel. So the archangel of earth, Uriel in the south. This is a Merkaba field. Looks like a three-dimensional Star of David. It's for earth. It's for Uriel is in the south when we're talking about the celestial coordinates. So it's different from the earth, okay? So Uriel, earth, the south. And then for the west elemental archangel of air is Raphael. Raphael for air, okay? That's in the west, and air in the west. The celestial coordinates, Raphael. This is a Merkaba field for Raphael. One of my very dear friends, a gentleman named David, who is someone who I used to do psychic readings with. He's another psychic. We used to do work at psychic fairs together, and he made these Merkaba field presentations for me. He's a very talented individual, so I wanted to thank him for that. I still use them, obviously. Okay, and also we're going to give you now fortunate compass directions. Now, year of the Yin Metal Ox finds excellent fortune and expansive opportunity and richness in northern and southern directions. Northeastern and southeastern compass directions are not as beneficial during Yin Metal Ox year as in other elemental ox years, because metal element finds good fortune in westerly directions. Therefore, where usually ox must avoid westerly, northwesterly, and southwesterly compass directions, such directions will not be too unfortunate throughout Yin Metal Ox year. Now, Yin, we're going to go over the elements kind of one by one here. The element of Yin, okay, the constituent of Yin: feminine, night, cold, water, wet, winter, inner, passive, relaxed, contracting, soft, and ventral. Ventral. Now, metal. For metal, the attribute of metal, we have ambition, self-reliant, willful, strong, self-assured. It also is known to go with grief, dry, pungent, and the nose. With willpower and resolve, strong as metal. Strong as metal. Okay. Now, general ox associations, for the general ox associations in general. So, ox by itself, just by itself, it's associated with yin anyway. So that's a double whammy with the yin. Also winter, okay? Also earth, Capricorn, we had mentioned that. Rose or tulip are the flowers. There's might be a few others, but rose or tulip. And also 12th month on Chinese lunar calendar, the 12th month on the Chinese lunar calendar. There are 5 elements in Chinese astrology, being fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Now, for the sort of the cycle of life, according to Chinese astrology and feng shui and Chinese, it goes into Chinese medicine. I did learn a little bit of Chinese medicine when I was in nursing school. From one of our teachers was from China, and she taught us a lot of important things like mox combustion and things like that, so we would have that knowledge. So fire controls metal, metal controls wood, wood controls earth, earth controls water, and water controls fire. And this is the circle of life. Again, it comes full circle where we attempt to balance the 5 elements. Now, also, we're going to just give you briefly again what each element in Chinese astrology, what it goes with in as far as on the person's head, what organs it's associated with, and what attributes each element is associated with each of the 5 elements. So, for fire, it is joy, heat, bitter, and tongue. For earth, it is worry, damp, sweet, and mouth. For metal, it is grief, dry, pungent, the nose. For water, it is fear, cold, salty, the ears. And for wood, it is anger, wind, sour, and the eyes. To calculate the Chinese New Year, simply count the second new moon that comes after the winter solstice. Information found in this document and in this video is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you for joining us, and join us again.